Hi, and after a long hiatus, welcome to another episode of the Average Joe Hockey Report. In this video, since Urinating Tree, YouTuber Urinating Tree eh, went over every prospect from the 2018 NFL draft 5 years later. Here is 5 years later from of all the prospects from all the 2018 NHL draft. Mind you, I'm only going to do the top 10 and some of the more noticeable drafts because I feel like this was not all that deep of a draft. Anyways, with the first overall pick, Buffalo Sabres select Rasmus Dahlin, and that's a success. Dahlin is the anchor on the Sabres blue line, and his numbers only improve. As last season he had 53 points in 80 games. This season he had 73 points in 78 games. So yeah, with the second overall pick, the Carolina Hurricanes select Andrei Svechnikov. Success. Svechnikov has solidified his spot on the top six and is one of the Hurricanes' go-to guys. With the third overall pick, the Montreal Canadiens select Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and I'm going to say meh. Uh, he did get a season high this season with 43 points in 82 games, but he's still waiting to break out. I found that offer sheet to be quite odd because it's not like the Hurricanes are lacking at center depth, and with Jack Drury and Ryan Suzuki in the system as well, Kotkaniemi needs to you know break out and solidify his spot as a center on the team. And if that's the plan going forward, I don't even know if they're planning on if he's a long term center or if he's a long term winger. I don't know. So far, meh. With the fourth overall pick, the Ottawa Senators will select Brady Tkachuk. Success. Brady Tkachuk, like Svechnikov, one of the go-to guys on the team, top six player. Just came off a season high 83 points in 82 games. Not much needs to be more said there. With the fifth overall pick, the Arizona Coyotes select Barrett Hayton, and I'm just gonna say meh, but I think there's some upside. This is only his this this is only his he's only played technically 4 seasons um, uh, in the NHL, and this season was his first full time season, notching 43 points. He's got 20 goals. He did notch 19 goals and 24 assists. So while I say meh so far, I think the potential is only going to get higher for Barrett Hayton, and especially on a team like Arizona, who are kind of lackluster offensively and whatnot. Yep. With the sixth overall pick, the Detroit Red Wings select Philip Zadina, and I think it is a bust. It's a bust. I just don't know where Zadina fits anymore, especially with everybody else on Detroit getting better. Like with Lucas Raymond and Dylan Larkin and name anybody else. There might still be a chance for Zadina, but right now he's not really making the most of his opportunities. With the seventh overall pick, the Vancouver Canucks select Quinn Hughes. Success. Quinn Hughes is the anchor on Vancouver's defense. He's one of the only saving graces on the Vancouver Canucks. He's easily their best defenseman. Yeah, not much more needs to be said there. With the eighth overall pick, the Chicago Blackhawks select Adam Boqvist, and I'm gonna say meh. He was eventually traded away to the Columbus Blue Jackets in the Seth Jones trade. I think there's potential for him, but he's yet to play a full season in the NHL. The most he's ever played was 52 seasons last season with the Columbus Blue Jackets, notching 22 points. Did notch 24 points, which is a season high this season in those 40 in less games. So the potential is definitely there. Just hasn't necessarily broken out yet. With the ninth overall pick, the New York Rangers select Vitaly Kravtsov and bust. Mind you, a change of scenery might have been needed for Kravtsov. We'll see how he does in Vancouver, but right now he just has not been anything special. The Rangers did not really want to keep him around. I thought he could have done something on New York if on the with the Rangers if they would have wanted to keep him, but I don't know. They didn't seem too interested in keeping him. It was a trade rumor for a long time, and then finally he went to Vancouver. So yeah. With the 10th overall pick, the Edmonton Oilers select Evan Bouchard. Success. I think there's still areas where Bouchard needs to work on his game, but 43 points last season and 40 points this season. He's been consistently good offensively, putting up better numbers than their highest paid defenseman Darnell Nurse. He made Tyson Barrie expandable, and yeah, I just like his game. We're gonna look at other notable prospects that have really stood out for me. At 12th overall, the New York Islanders select Noah Dobson, and with 51 points last season and 49 this season in 78 games, I think Dobson is the best offensive defenseman on the New York Islanders. Uh, could probably still work on his game, but he's fared very well with the Islanders organization. Okay. Let's look at another pick. With the 14th overall pick, the Philadelphia Flyers select Joel Farabee. And Farabee finally had a full season this season with playing all 82 games. He had 39 points. That's a season high. Now, unfortunately, he's notched similar points in less games, but he's been consistently in the last 3 seasons hovering around 40 points. Could only get better as he gets older, and yeah. Let's see, what else do I want to look at? Oh, yes. Here's one. With the 22nd overall pick, the New York Rangers select Keandre Miller. Success. Miller, this season, 43 points in 79 games. He's on the second D pairing with Jacob Trouba. I think he's only going to get better, and I really like his game, and one of the reasons why the Rangers are where they are now. And there's 2 more picks I want to look at. No, one more pick I want to look at. At 29th overall, the Toronto Maple Leafs select Rasmus Sandin. And Sandin, while he's been traded away to the Washington Capitals now, he played 71 games this season, notching 35 points. And this could be a trade that the Leafs regret if they do not make a deep playoff run this season and in the future and whatnot. So Sandin, I've been a big fan of his, even though I'm not a Toronto Maple Leafs fan at all. And I think this could be a very good pickup in the future for the Washington Capitals. This video is mostly based on opinion and may not have any implications on how these players do and whatnot. So remember, if I'm wrong, don't belittle me, educate me, because this is, after all, the Average Joe Hockey Report. Hockey opinions through the perspective of an average Joe. Take care, everyone, and follow my Instagram account, The Average Joe Hockey Report, and my YouTube channel, Marty Tommy, in parentheses, Average Joe Hockey Report.